Okay guys, I'll just hit a few shots with the driver down range and hopefully we can see them. I won't hit many because the guys want to do some work here right where I am. They want to put some sprinkler heads back in. And really strong left to right wind here guys. And when the ball gets up above that tree line, it just grabs it. It's about 35 k's down here, but it'll be 50 k's up top. But I'll do this with the complete release and walkthrough. Might hit this a little bit further left. They might have been out of camera. I'm just trying to hit it to the right of that car. I normally try and go between that car and that tree. That's a fairway. I'll hit it up there. Now guys, that's just crazy stuff. See how straight it goes. And for me, how long it goes. And we've got a really hard left to right knockdown headwind. Just one more. I'll try and overdo this. I might miss-hit this, but I'll try and put 130% of mass delivery on the ball. That means that. Those three balls wouldn't be far apart. I usually use that old red car and that tree as a fairway. It's about 40 yards wide, but they're centre to 5 yards of centre. But look at that, guys. You couldn't apply more trail side. Hit a couple this way. You couldn't apply more trail side into the shot. Not possible. I say it's a conventional swing, conventional ball position. Okay, I'm only doing that guys because I want to program myself to get through. I won't have that much once I've developed the program. I won't have that much. But who's to say I wouldn't? Player did it his whole career. Had a pretty successful career and was a great ball striker. I've seen him in the flesh and he could do anything with the ball. But he actually said to us that he was small and he knew he had to get 110% effort into the ball. And that was Gary. See if I can put 110% in. Just bullets, guys. And conventional swing. Now it'll actually look quite anemic. It'll look anemic. Conventional swing with a conventional pivot. Very ladylike, huh? Very ladylike. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with your swings. I love you all. I love your golf swings. But guys, you watch the girls. You watch the girls that hit a long way. Little slim girls. But they go after it. They use all their mass. You never see them leaving anything behind. They use their mass. I used to play with a jockey once. Used to play for a lot of money, and because he had 4 arms and thighs like you wouldn't believe. He was just a piece of granite, but had to be light to race horses, to be a jockey. You know, I used to play with him all the time. Used to hit it past me. I couldn't hit it past him ever. Just hit it 300. He was unbelievable, but this was his golf swing. He was really strong in these legs. See, that was his golf swing. He used to just pirouette, and I never hit it past him once. He could always get it like 20 yards past me. It was just unbelievable. Fortunately, there was other aspects of the game that I was better than he was, and I usually managed to take the money. But he was a typical people from the race game. They were gamblers, and they were always trying to gamble. And of course, he just played social golf. So I had to take him on his word what his handicap was. But he used to tell me he used to play off 5 or 6. But you know, plenty of times he just play par around the golf. And I think one day he had 3 under. And people that live in Sydney had 3 under at St Michael's. The guy was this big. So I had to shoot under par to beat him every time. Of course, a bad round for him would only be, you know, 3 or 4 over. And I tried to handicap him. I said, you should be off scratch, or at least 1. I said, no. Okay, last shot. Last shot. Come on, guy. I'll really drive this one. Okay, guys, the thing I like about this, it's rejuvenating my body. My body got so passive when I was in hospital and when I came out, but now it's rejuvenating and I feel like I've got some energy back. And my heart, when I was in hospital, was 28% efficiency. The doctor, I had cardio examination 2 weeks ago by a professor of cardiology, and he did the ultrasound, and he just, after he looked at it, he just put his hands up and said, I don't know what's going on here. I've never seen this before. He said, you've gone from 28% to 55%. And he said, a normal, fit, healthy person, male, is between 52 and 54% efficiency. You never get 100%. Even an Olympic athlete will only be 60%. So he said, you're basically back to where your heart was when you were 30 years old. And I feel like that, guys. And I said to him, there's a reason for that. And he just took his glass off and said, what's that, Mr. Hensby? I said, I've been taking something. And he said, what's that? And I told him, I won't tell you guys now, but it's the most natural substance you can take. And it will repair heart tissue and lung tissue. It's doing it for me. I can get on the rower now or the running machine. Guys, I could just go for 10 or 15 minutes. I wouldn't blow a candle out when I get off it. I'll be 80 this year, and I've had a heart attack. I'll tell you about the miracle juice in one of the next videos. But it is a miracle juice. I've got a couple of other people. I've been on it for a couple of months now, and I've had a couple of people get on it and they can't believe it. They just said it's turbocharged their life. So that's just a little snippet. I'll tell you all about it. I'm sort of thinking whether I should tell you about it. I don't want to recommend anything, but I could just tell you what it's done for me. It's got me back to where I was. I feel like I do full workouts now in the gym, no trouble, but I'm not. I'm doing about 80%. The doctor thinks I'm doing 10%. And he put me on a exercise machine the other day, and just kept ramping it up, and there's nothing's happening on the thing, just nothing. And he said, how are you feeling? I said, I feel great. So I could stay here for an hour. He said, it doesn't make any sense. He said, you're not in recovery, you have recovered. He said, but I don't know why. I said, you shouldn't. He said, nobody I've ever seen has done this. So guys, from that point of view, it's fantastic. I'm feeling healthy, I'm feeling happy, and now that I'm back on the practice tee, it's going to put everything back together. Anyway, I'll do some more over the weekend, guys. But again, thanks for all the people that sent me get well and good wishes. Thanks, I appreciate it.